you know how I
Why?
feel about enduring success. And I did, introduce you in those ways because I look up to you, Rebecca, and I aspire to be more like you. So those things I think they're awesome. That all being said, as you sit here today and you reflect on your journey to enduring success, what does creating enduring success mean to you?
You know, I'll start by saying what it used to mean to me. It used to mean proving myself, and I spent a good chunk of my life trying to be the successful thing that everybody else wanted me to be. And I had a good friend say this line to me just recently. It was in the last few months. She said, "You know, Rebecca, the universe doesn't care if you live up to your full potential." And I was like, oh, that is so good. That is so good. Like, just I could feel my shoulders just relieve themselves and all. So all that to say, I think the way I define enduring success is letting go of the obsession of legacy that I've had. Like, what's my legacy going to be? I don't have children, I don't have that immediate legacy to pass on. And my legacy has always been, well, I have to do something important so people will remember me, and I think I'm finally at a point where my definition of enduring success is not having a legacy. It's in being so present and mindful of being in the moment with other people that there's nothing. I've lived a good life, and I'm, people forget about me, and that's okay, and that's really beautiful to me. Like, that is to me enduring success, because I've lived presently in the moment for myself and for other people that I care about. So.
And you prefaced this with what my definition used to be compared to what it is today. Am I right in thinking that definition is very recent?
Yeah,
Or has it evolved?
I would say
Okay.
It's evolved. It's definitely evolved, and I would say it's evolved. It's evolved very recently, and Trish is being very kind about not like giving out information that she knows that I am, by the way, totally okay to share. I had a really like near death experience recently, twice, 2 times in a row now, in the last month, and one of the things that I realized was. Unlike before, when I had that sort of rug pulled out from me, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is the moment of, oh, I might die. I didn't change anything. I didn't want to change anything about my life. I was not scared. I was sad, and that was a real turning point for me. I think before, with my definition of enduring success, I'd be scared because I hadn't done it all yet, and I wasn't like I was. And this time, I'm looking at the odds and I'm going, damn, I want to know the ending to this story. I'm just sad, So it was a major flip for me.
But Rebecca, I am so
sure.
glad you course corrected my comment, because my comment was,
did I? I'm sorry.
And it was my assumption that what you experienced with your 2 back-to-back near-death experiences, and go to RebeccaHeiss.com, you'll read about it. Like, you're open, you write so beautifully in a captivating way. So you'll learn more when you go and check out her blogs or YouTube. But the fact is, you had already embraced that definition and were living that definition of enduring success, which is why you felt like nothing was missing. You were just sad that you,
Yeah, it was. It's a moment that I have said this to several people. I'm like, I wouldn't wish that experience upon my worst enemy. Like, it's a terrifying moment, right? And your agony. And I wish everybody could have that experience. I know, Trish, like you've experienced that moment.
Yes.
Like, you've had those moments. It's sure, different context, but it was and continues to be such a gift of like, oh, wow, that's really how I feel about kicking from this earth. Like, oh, then I don't really have to be afraid of anything. Totally. Right? It's a real gift.
And the only reason I say different is because I hadn't evolved. For me, it was like life or death. in the same way, but in a very
Mm-hmm.
unevolved Trish. So today,
My
right?
first experience. Yeah,
So
sure.
today I
Yes.
feel very evolved.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Choose and Become interview series. To check out more episodes, go to www.trishkendall.com/podcast, or go to any of your favorite podcast channels, including YouTube, under Trish Kendall Speaks, and you'll find this interview and more. Choose and become.